Thank you.
Thank you, Bhavana. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Let me first share my screen and I'll continue with the presentation. So today I've chosen a topic, cybersecurity for secure, vigilant, and resilient enterprises, modern technologies which companies have to adopt for securing their organization. So first, let me just talk about the various security trends for 2021. With cloud gaining momentum, we have all sorts of vulnerabilities that has been reported earlier, now has been a part of the cloud enterprises as well, the cloud business as well. Focus is much on data privacy, and with more focus on data privacy, there's also data breach, and no one knows who gets access to data and when in an organization. Phishing attacks and ransomware attacks have been there since since IT started way back in the year, way back in 1990s. So that's been continuing, and the trend with increasing trends in IT, phishing attacks and ransomware attacks have continued to stay all along. And during this pandemic, we all have been working from home. Many organizations have pushed their employees to work from home until the end of this year too. So with all those laptops and workstations and mobile devices being connecting to the network remotely, we have now come to a stage where we have to think about the endpoint security of these remote workers. Everything is on the mobile, so we still have to work on the malwares which have been reported on the mobile devices, unpatched security vulnerability for applications and systems within data centers and organizations, insider threats from within the organization, deep fakes, which is a combination of fake and artificial intelligence, where your video or audio is being impersonated. And this is also one of the cybersecurity trends that we have come across, and brute force attacks. Now, having talked about these cybersecurity trends, cybersecurity threats, my session is going to be incomplete if I'm not going to talk about how to mitigate these threats that have been reported. So first, if you have to be secure, you have to effectively monitor your critical resources. Critical resources could be your routers, switches, firewalls, applications, systems, and much more. You have to check for their availability, performance, and fault. The events which have been reported in these devices have to be collected and have to be reported as and when they occur. And a strong asset management system is necessary for you to be secure. So you keep track of your inventory data, and you know who gets access to what. You understand who actually accesses a particular resource. Similarly, when it comes to data tracking and classification, you have to classify corporate data and personal data. Corporate data access has to be controlled at every level. So you keep track of the data which is being transferred from one system to the other or from one device to the other. And finally, patch management is important for you to be secure, in the sense that all systems have to be up to date with the effective patches. In order to be vigilant, an organization should keep monitoring their user behavior. So it has to collect logs from various sources. It could be from Active Directory, or it could be from Workstation, or it could be from applications and databases. So you have to keep track of your entire user behavior, understand if there is a deviation in the pattern of the user behavior. Say, for example, a user logs in at 9 o'clock daily, and for some reason on one particular day he logs it at 12 o'clock, and on another day he logs it at 11 o'clock from a different location. So there is a deviation in the pattern of user behavior. So you associate a risk with each of these activity from the user. Similarly, the same goes with the entity behavior too. So you have systems in place, and these systems have to have a set of processes and services running, And if one of the processes is stopped or a new process is being invoked, that's when there's a change in the entity behavior. So you also have to monitor your privileged user activity. So who gets access to the administrator privileges, and what is this user doing with those administrator privileges? How is he doing a remote connection? What kind of configurational changes that he is doing on devices? And web traffic analysis, where you understand the traffic which is being distributed to layer 4 and layer 7 applications. You keep track of the top talker in the network, the number of the bandwidth that is being distributed to social media websites, because we all know that the social media websites are a bigger source of intrusion or a threat attack. Similarly, you also have to do a vulnerability assessment, understand the ports which have been opened on your network, identify those loopholes, and then stop them from being exposed to the external attackers. In order to be resilient, you have to have an efficient incident management system. So as and when a ticket or as and when a security event is reported, you have to ensure that this incident is being assigned immediately and you take necessary actions and SLA is not violated and the ticket is closed forever. Proactive resolution is important here. So reactive approach is no more a norm for organizations to being resilient. So you have to have a proactive resolution in the sense that if any security event is reported, even before it could be reported, you just have to have to understand the pattern in which your traffic or your resources are being performing. And you also have to have an unified approach to IT. No longer you can just consider them as individual silos. Say, for example, you have a business service, CRM service. So application security, system security, and network security all put together forms an important point in your service strategy and service design. So that's what I mean as unified approach to IT here. You also have to have increased access controls on all the devices. So which means you may have to provide the list privileges to users as and when or as the need arises. That's when you elevate the privilege of users. Your users should also be aware of the ongoing security policies, ongoing security changes within the organization. And finally, you have to be compliant with all the compliance guidelines which have been which are there on the market. Say, for example, you have GDPR, you have ISO 27001, and every country has its own guidelines to follow for organizations. And now, what are the various technologies that we have to enhance security? Since I have less time, I'm just focusing only on these three modern technologies like automation, artificial intelligence and machine learning, and finally, unified endpoint management. So let's now first talk about automation. So where can you bring in automation? How do you ensure that you bring in security within automation? So first, starting with network discovery and monitoring. So you have to keep track of devices which are connected to the network and how they are being connected. If there is any idle resource, how do you manage to dispose this idle resource off? Because any idle resource is an loophole for an hacker to get into your network. Now, help desk automation, your tickets, your assets, and almost your entire service strategy, service catalog, everything has to be automated here. You will need a process so that any help desk tickets which comes into the system has to be automatically assigned to the technician. So you don't need any manual intervention for assigning tickets. When it comes to asset discovery and management, you have to know how these assets are interconnected. What happens when a particular asset goes down? What if the number of security events on any asset is actually on the higher side. Say, for example, there are more than 10 to 15 security events reported on a system. How do you deal with those kind of scenario? So these are things which has to be considered when you talk about automation. User management, starting from the time when a user is getting created in Active Directory until he moves out of the organization, everything has to be automated so that you leave a minimal room for manual intervention in the processes that you follow within IT. When it comes to user and entity behavior, you have to collect logs from various sources. As I said earlier, it could be from workstations, routers, switches, firewalls, Active Directory, member servers, and much more. Understand the pattern of user behavior and entity behavior. If there is any deviation in this, associate a risk with those behavioral pattern change. These behavioral pattern changes will help you understand if there was any insider threat or account compromise or data exfiltration. When it comes to unified endpoint management, that's when you will actually be hardening your desktops. So here you have to have a single console for monitoring all your desktops, laptops, Windows 10 devices, mobile devices, and much more. And in order to enhance security, you have to harden the desktops with application control. So what kind of apps can go into those devices? What if there is a blacklisted app which comes into the organization, or a prohibited apps which comes into the organization, or which comes into the workstation? How am I going to handle with those blacklisted or prohibited applications? Device control. What kind of USB devices are allowed, and what data is being transferred from the workstations to these USB devices? Patch management. How am I going to approach patches from Microsoft and from third-party software as well? How am I going to push these patches to all devices? Am I going to test and approve the patches and then push it to all devices in the workstation, in the organization? How am I going to identify the highly vulnerable workstations within the organization? What are the critical patches which are missing on workstations? So these kind of factors is what has to be considered when it comes to unified endpoint management. Similarly, browser security. And we all know extensions and plugins are one big source of hackers or hacking. So you may have to keep track of the web content, the web server, the websites which the users access, and how do you push proxy so that you keep track of all the user activity on the internet. Access control. How do you remotely access devices on a secure fashion? Keep track of what is happening on the remote session, and how do you use this for auditing purposes? So when it comes to IT security management, you have a whole bunch of security verticals that you will have to look into, like firewall security and configuration, SIAM and network threat mitigation, privileged access management, Active Directory change audit and reporting. Similarly, it goes with Exchange and Office 365 as well. Data leakage prevention, file server audit, desktop security, and mobile device management. And having said that, this comes to an end of my presentation. Do stay in touch with me at this email address. In case if you have any sales and licensing questions, contact sales@managengine.com. And before I say goodbye, I just wanted to quickly tell you that ManageEngine has got solutions for all those listed in the right-hand side of the screen right now.